Hey guys.
How you doing,
I didn't even make my
Arian?
bed. I'm livid. I'm absolutely livid. You can see my bed's a fucking mess, just like the officiating today.
Yeah.
Look, look. I know the record's bad. I know it's what is it? 1 win and 8. I think it's 6 wins or 6 games without a win at home, or 6 losses at home. Whatever it is, it's fucking abysmal. It's horrible. It's not even excusable. But today, that was a fucking robbery. It was a fucking disgrace. And I can't. And Ange himself came out at the press conference and said, if everything was fair and balanced, we would have won that game. And he could not be more spot on.
Is that what he
Because
said? Is he? Okay.
that is what he said. He said, if things were fair and balanced, we would have won that game. And I think he's absolutely spot on, because the refereeing was an absolute fucking joke. Absolute joke. I mean, the man of the match was the referee. And I really don't think in my life I've ever seen, very few if I have seen, a worse refereeing display. It was terrible. I don't know how Joe Linton and Dan Burn were on the pitch. I don't know. I don't get it.
By the time Joe Linton was booked in that second half, you know, he should have been off like half an hour before that. It was ridiculous, wasn't it?
He could have gotten 3 different red cards today. I don't understand what I mean. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to, and it's unfortunate, because all it does is put more. And the commentary here in America was absolutely pissing me off, because people were. There was one point where after Joe Willock came on, the commentary team goes, "Well, having Newcastle playing Joe Willock at striker shows that they also are suffering from an injury crisis." I mean, are you fucking kidding me? The circumstances.
Who was the commentator? Who was it?
I don't know. I don't know their name, and I really don't want to be honest, because it'll just get me angry.
Fair play.
Look, it's just.
But regardless of the referee and everything like that today, like, how proud are you of the effort that the team put in today?
I was fearing the absolute worst. I was thinking the flashbacks to 6-1. I was thinking this is going to be Liverpool-esque. I genuinely considered triple captaining Alexander Isak for my fantasy team. Like, everything that I could have gone through my head, I was fearing the absolute worst. I don't know why I was up at 4 a.m. watching this game, but I was. And the fact that I feel like this is the end of it.
Because you bleed blue and white, Arian, that's why.
But because, like, by the way, look at the shirt that my grandmother got me. Now that you said
lovely.
that. Anyway, yeah, she got it from Iran. But anyway, the like,
they're selling those in Iran.
I suppose they are. Ben Davis. Yeah, but look, the some of the shifts today, I think Porro was phenomenal. I think Brandon Austin impressed me way more. I thought he was going to be a walking training cone and goal today, but he was. Yeah. I think he put in a very, very good performance. Nothing unbelievable, but I think like he was so solid from the corners. His distribution was way better than I expected it would be. Solanke again, absolutely phenomenal in the middle. Yeah. Lucas Bergwall, very unlucky to come off, but like there was so bright spark. I think Elon, even fair play to him. I think he came on and did a pretty good job, but. So many good performances, fighting for the badge. We deserved so much more from that game. It could have been a turning point for the season. It could have been something to build on going to the Carabao Cup game, but it wasn't meant to be. And it's the story of our season, and it's so frustrating. It's just been the story of the season.
Yeah, and it's like it was even today, like not just the result, but like even we score and then a minute later we have that moment with the handball. It's like we can't even enjoy that goal for 2 minutes. It's like every time something positive happens.
What is that goal? And what I was saying as well, it was like there was a period of corners. It was like a flurry of corners Newcastle got, where every 4 seconds, like they kept pushing Brandon Austin, and the referee kept blowing for the whistle. And I was like, I promise you, they're gonna keep doing this, and it's gonna keep blowing for a foul. But as soon as one of them goes in, he's not gonna blow for anything. It's like these situations where if there's a goal, for some reason there's a higher standard for what a foul is. I don't get it. And it's exactly the same with a handball. I don't get in what universe that's not a handball. Who is looking at that? If you look at the FA's own website, there was a photo. I wish I could pull it up. There was a you know what, I will. There's a photo. It's a diagram that shows what is handball and what isn't handball, and it's an absolute joke. Let me pull it up for you because I have it right here. But yeah, go ahead and ask me the next question while I'm looking for this.
What I was going to say is, in terms of some people, I saw there was quite a reaction. You said Bergwall was unlucky to be taken off. There was some reaction to that in the crowd. You know, a few fans were were unhappy. Yeah, you can see that. Look, the VAR did say, they put our message on X saying basically that because it was unintentional and he didn't directly score, then the goal stands.
I mean, like, think about Here's my thing with unintentional. Our season last season was wrecked by an unintentional tackle following through a perfectly clean winning of the ball because he stamped on somebody who was just there anyway. That's unintentional. Why does this bar always change and the goalposts get moved? I don't get it. It's just, and again, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here because I know you guys agree, but it's just frustrating.
Yeah, I think the goal that it was allowed to stand is very frustrating. And the fact that it happens so soon after us scoring just takes the wind out of our sails again is just absolutely gutting. But what do you think about some fans not being happy with Bergvall being taken off? I think there was a few murmurs in the crowd, a few boos when Bergvall was switched and, Ange made that change. Did you agree it was the wrong decision?
I don't like the thing is like obviously he did it because he's an 18-year-old kid and we are in a tough spot and he wants some experience on the field, but it's just unlucky. Like I don't think he deserves to come off there, but at the end of the day, like I can't say it was the right or wrong decision because I don't know what would have happened had he stayed on because Brennan Johnson was probably the obvious one to take off instead of Bergvall to move Kulusevski on the right, and would that have really been anything for us? I mean, Brennan Johnson almost scored, but he also didn't, so it's tough. I don't really know if we would have won the game. But I think he didn't deserve to come off, but he clearly did. It was probably an experience thing. So I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's another like a Bergvall Lucas moment that Nuno had that I think some people are making it out to be. But it's another one of those things. It's just everything is like nothing's right. Nothing is fitting. Just nothing. We need one thing at the moment. The problem is like. The really frustrating is we are so down in the dumps in the league table in everything, and everything is by such slim margins. It's slim margins. Every game, every change, every chance, it's the thinnest of margins, and it's so frustrating because they've added up to be this colossal like backlog, and my blood pressure must be through the roof right now.
So how do you see this playing out, Arian, in terms of what you saw today? Do you the players probably you would say still playing for the manager, still look like they're up for it, but with the results that keep going in the similar direction, up until now, the message from the club is they're quite understanding of the situation and they're still backing him and going to give him time. But with each loss, that pressure grows, doesn't it, Arian?
I think it does grow, but I think with the way things have gone, it seems like they're digging their heels in this, because you're buying the players in January now, and you look at that performance, and you can literally you can stand up and say that was a good coaching and player performance. I don't think it's going to sack him off the back of that performance. I don't think that is going to be looked down upon, and as long as we can just keep our head above water in these games and fight and get these. Just put up these battles. I think if we just get through it and we just wait for some reinforcements to arrive, whether that be in the form of returning players or signings, and I said we're through the worst of it a few weeks ago, and I think we are because we're so close to having what we want. Not all our players, but we're so close to having our players like trickle back in. And I think once they do, things will steady, and maybe we'll get some draws, and then hopefully some wins towards the end of the season. And if we can just finish top 6, and I can't believe I'm saying it, if we can just finish 7th. And get deep in Europe and maybe win a cup, I think that will just be enough. I think right now he's holding on, and I don't think he's holding on the last strings, but he is holding on some very thin threads right now, and he is on thin ice. But I think he's got a bit of life in him now. I think this game did more good to his standing than it did harm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, and I've obviously been heavily critical of Ange Postecoglou. But today I give him a lot of credit, and today I give the team a lot of credit. And in terms of Sergio Reguilón, you mentioned how well he played today. Does that show that maybe he should be taking more of a part from now on?
I mean, we don't have a choice at the end of the day, do we? Of course he's going to take a part on the fact that, and it just kind of speaks to the situation. We made a substitution for our only senior center back was subbed off for a left back who's got 90 minutes in 2 years or something. Like that just speaks to the situation at the club right now. And it's the hilarious part is that it was a good enough change that it improved us. So he's gonna have to take part even if he didn't want to, which I'm obviously he does because he played pretty well. He's gonna play a part, and I think hopefully he does well. Hopefully Dragusin, obviously I don't think he's been incredible the past few games, and being ill this game clearly didn't help him. But he's gonna have to take a part, and we're going to have to just keep pushing because this Liverpool game, we're going to have to give absolutely everything if we want any. I don't even know how. I don't know what world we're coming in and getting anything out of this game because it's just frustrating, man.
Just try and keep it respectable and take something to Anfield, a draw or 1 goal loss or something.
Yeah, if it was going to be hard before this game, this Liverpool, the Liverpool game, right? It's going to be even harder now because I felt the team gave so much on the pitch today, and it's just like, what sort of energy are they going to have left for Wednesday?
I don't know, but I guess if I want to find some of the the thinnest silver linings, we have a day of rest on them. So we have that. Maybe they'll. I mean, I can't imagine that they'll rotate for Accrington Stanley, but given our form, maybe they will.
What's a bigger test right now? Coming up against Tottenham in this kind of form, or Accrington Stanley?
Accrington Stanley's low block is probably going to be a little bit harder to break down. Let's be honest. So, I don't think they're going to rotate, and that's the trouble of it. They don't really have a threatening fixture at the weekend, and that's just again another. It's just our luck again. Like the one time we need Liverpool to rotate in a competition that they very well could rotate in, they have the one fixture where they don't need to rotate. So. I think I agree. We just need to keep it maybe 1 or I don't even know 2. Or we're not coming back from a 2-goal deficit at Anfield. Just keep it at least by 1. Keep them within arm's reach, and maybe with some January reinforcements and some injury returns, we can take something to Anfield and maybe take it to penalties. But that's all I can say. But I'm very proud of the performance, and it's frustrating that I'm proud because we deserve so much more out of that. And that referee needs to fucking take a good look himself in the mirror because someone needs to check his bank account because that was something. I mean, maybe he's scared of a beheading or something from the Saudis.
Brown paper bags, mate. Brown paper bags. But
yeah.
Arian, always a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, nice to see you guys. And people say I hide after every loss, so I guess here I am. But yeah, and as always, come on, you Spurs!
Come on, Arian. Big up to yourself.